along with the 55 of Dan Reef. Mikel Perrott in the 25 along with the 151 of Brian McDonald. Row number 4, Nick Webb on the inside in the 27W. Matt Caprera set fast time and hot laps in the 29. Final row, two-time defending track champion Tim Fuller in the 19 with the 6 of Justin Mason. 10 drivers ready to go, 8 laps the distance, first of 3 heats in the Whitesboro Plow Shop. Dirtcar 358 Modifieds as we set tonight's field. 29 drivers entered tonight. Set them all green as we work through 3 and 4. Leclerc looks them over off of turn number 4. Arbuthnot's on the gas. Green lights are on and away we go. Into 1 and 2, it is Ryan Arbuthnot with the lead down the back straightaway. Sykes and Bartlett there for second and third. Problems on the back straightaway for 7. Problems over there on the back of Brownville, New York. Slows considerably over there in turn number 3. Yellow lights are on with 1 in the books. Off that initial start, a little contact was made there with Nick Webb and Brian McDonald, and obviously something going away on the 27W ride out of Brownville as he is headed straight to pit road. Looks like something on the left front could be down with that car, but in the meantime, Ryan Arbuthnot picks up the race lead. He'll have Jeff Sykes as his dance partner as they get set to go back to green. Ryan Bartlett and Matt Caprera made a big move on that initial start, went from 8th all the way up to position number 4. So Matt Caprera fast early in the going here with Mikel Perrott unofficially 5th, Brian McDonald, Tim Fuller, Justin Mason, and Dan Reef. So drivers being told to double up, and we'll go back to green in just a moment as Ryan Arbuthnot will lead him back to the green flag. Once again, all starts and restarts will be at the white cone up off of turn number 4. Ryan Arbuthnot is the pace setter. He will have control of the race. Jeff Sykes, Ryan Bartlett, the top 3. As Nick Webb hustles back out on the racetrack, and he will join the field at the tail. Matt Caprera will roll off in the outside row number 2. Then it's Mikel Perrott, your top 5. Brian McDonald, Tim Fuller, Dan Reef, Justin Mason, and Nick Webb will be the remaining drivers. 1 lap complete, 7 to go. Arbuthnot's on the gas. We're back to green. Everybody searching for grip on that inside lane. Jeff Sykes powers around the outside portion of the racetrack. He'll go to second. Ryan Arbuthnot in control. The 2019 champion here leads the way up off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. Jeff Sykes, Ryan Bartlett, the top 3. Lap number 2 goes up on the leaderboard with Arbuthnot and Sykes in control of the field into turn number 1 and 2. Bartlett still there for 3rd. Perrott is 4th. Battle for the 5 spot now between Brian McDonald and Matt Caprera as they've been dicing it up the last lap and a half or so. Into turn number 3 and 4. Tim Fuller right there with him as well. Up off of turn number 4 and back down to the line. 3 down, 5 more to go. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 Modifieds, and Ryan Arbuthnot starting to check out. Jeff Sykes there for 2nd. Holding on to 3rd is Bartlett. 4th is Perrott. Fuller has now cracked the top 5. McDonald and Caprera still at each other for 6th and 7th at the moment. Nick Webb up to 8th. 9th is Dan Reef, and Justin Mason completes the field in 10th. But Ryan Arbuthnot waiting for nobody. The Valley Steel number R70 ride. 2019 track champion working it off of turn number 4 and back down to the line this time by 5 down, 3 more to go. Arbuthnot really has had no challengers this entire race as Jeff Sykes and Ryan Bartlett complete the top 3. Tim Fuller in the 19, he started 9th and he has made his way up into position number 4. So Fuller making some late moves here in this event as we come back down to the line. 2 to go for Arbuthnot. Sykes right there for 2nd. Bartlett doing everything he can to try to run him down with Fuller and Perrott, your top 5 still. Brian McDonald making A rare start with us here at Can-Am, trying to run down the top 5, at least trying to get to Mikel Perron if he possibly can. Down the back straightaway, a white flag is in the air. Final time for Ryan Armathon into turn number 1 and 2. Valley Steel R70 to Renfrew, Ontario, Canada, working it down the back straightaway. Half a straightaway advantage over the 23 of Jeff Sykes. Third is Bartlett, checkered in the air, Ryan Armathon. Victory lane in heat race number 1. Second will go to Jeff Sykes. At the line for third, it will be Ryan Bartlett. Tim Fuller, Mikel Perron, Brian McDonald, Nick Webb, Matt Caprera, Justin Mason will complete your field. And that does it. Heat race number 1 is complete. And Nick Webb not happy with Brian McDonald on the back straightaway, showing his displeasure. And, well, we got a pushing and shoving match on the back stretch, as heat race number 2 makes their way out on the racetrack. Scott Webb out of Brownville, New York, in car number 18W on point. Derek Webb alongside out of Brownville in row number 1. Row 2, it's Jackson Gill in the 60. Tim Sears Jr. in the 83X alongside row number 3. Preston Forbes in the 45 with the 28 of Jordan McCready. Jared Herbison in the 38 along with the 9 of Tyler Meeks. Final row, it's Lucas Fuller in the 74. Jordan Kelly, feature winner last year out of Black River in the 24 machine. Second of 3, Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 modified heats on track. 8 laps the distance, 10 drivers on track ready to go. LeClaire looks them over. Scott and Derek Webb on the front row. We're green. It all night so far, and Scott Webb show lead. Tim Sears Jr. invading here at Can-Am tonight, pulls up to spot number 3, gets around Jackson Gill to pick up a position as they working off the corner and across the line. Derek Webb closing right in on Scott for position number 1 as they head up into turns 1 and 2. Scott Webb with the advantage this time. Derek trying to get back after him as Tim Sears Jr. watches the family affair from spot number 3. Jordan McCready right there. Watch Derek Webb on the bottom. He gets a good run up off the corner, and he'll take the lead from Scott down the front straightaway. So Derek Webb, the new race leader. Scott Webb up to second with Tim Sears Jr. putting some pressure on him for spot number 3. Sears to the bottom, Webb to the high lane. Scott Webb will prevail down the back straightaway as Jordan McCready holding on to spot number 4. Fifth is Gill, getting some pressure from Preston Forbes, who works that high lane. Jared Herbison, Tyler Meeks, Jordan Kelly, and Lucas Fuller complete the field. 3 down, 5 more to go. Derek Webb had picked up his first 2 career Dirtcar 358 modified feature wins last season. One of only 2 drivers to win multiple features, joining Tim Fuller a season ago. But right now, the Mark Webb Motorsport 66W is in complete control of this one as they come down across the line. 4 down, 4 to go. It's Derek and Scott Webb. Row are 1 and 2, followed by Tim Sears Jr., Jordan McCready, Jackson Gill. Able to fend off the 45 of Preston Forbes for the time being, but Forbes is right there with him. Into turn number 3 and 4. Track starting to get a little slick out there. These drivers searching around this racetrack trying to find some bite, as Derek Webb has found some bite as well down around that inside portion of the Speedway. He's got the lead, and since getting by Scott early on at lap number 3, he is checked out on the field. Into turn number 3 and 4, down across the line, 2 to go for Derek Webb. Scott Webb there for second. Tim Sears Jr., Jordan McCready, your top 4. Jackson Gill still in a battle with a 45 of Preston Forbes, the R&R Automotive ride, looking to crack the top 5 before the end of this one. And it's Tyler Meeks, Jared Herbison, Jordan Kelly, and Lucas Fuller. Off of turn number 4, Derek Webb well in control. About 8 car lengths is the spread between the top 2. White flag in the air. Final time around the Can-Am Speedway for Derek Webb. Brownville, New York native, the Mark Webb Motorsports number 66W. Heads down into turn number 3 with a comfortable advantage over Scott Webb. Checkered flag is in the air, and the win will go to Derek Webb. Second will go to Scott Webb. Third of the line will be Tim Sears Jr., Jordan McCready. Jackson Gill will get 5th. Preston Forbes, Tyler Meeks, Jared Herbison, Jordan Kelly, and Lucas Fuller. So, checkered flag is out. Heat race number 2 does go to Derek Webb. race number 3 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 Modifieds. Taylor Caprera, one of the 4 first-time winners last year. He'll go away from the pole here in heat race number 1, the 21C. Outside will be Jack Meeks in car number 1. Row number 2, 6-time track champion Billy Dunn in car number 49, alongside of Sean Shaw in the 7S. Row 2, J.F. Corriveau, the grinder, goes inside row number 3 in the 96 with the 31 of Lance Willix. Chris Raby, 2012 358 modified champion here in the 01 out of Alexandria, alongside of Michael Mandigo out of Governor in the 26. Cameron Black in the number 23 machine. 9 cars ready to go, 8 laps the distance. Third and final heat for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 Modifieds. We're back to green. Side by side for the lead, Jack Meeks takes the long way around Taylor Caprera. He'll go to the top spot into turn number 3 and 4. Good battle for third right there between Dunn and Willix. And Willix pulls the front end up in the air, tries to get a little bit more bite off the bottom as they work it in lap number 1. Jack Meeks loves the outside lane around this speedway, and he'll try to drive away from Taylor Caprera down the back chute. Caprera brings it up into line now. Billy Dunn trying the high lane himself into turn number 3 and 4. Lance Willix and Sean Shaw content to run right around the bottom portion of the speedway as they're working in lap number 2 of heat. As they're working into 1 and 2 now. Dunn down low, Caprera up high. Caprera will prevail down the back straightaway with the number 2 spot 4 now. Dunn right there with him, not letting him go away is Lance Willix and Sean. Here comes Taylor Caprera back to the lead at lap number 3. So Meeks relegated to the 2 spot now. Billy Dunn trying to make short work of that. He'll try to go to second down the back straightaway and does so. Half a car length advantage for Dunn into turn number 3. He'll stick it to the bottom portion of the speedway. Meeks still content to run around that high lane despite falling off the end just a little bit, as we got 1 car around in turn number 3 and 4. That is Michael Mandigo in car number 26. He has gone around over there in between turns 3 and 4. Yellow lights are back on. Jack Meeks had that outside lane going for himself, but something happened over there and he got a little bit too wide up there and lost it as Taylor Caprera has taken the lead back. Jack Meeks, Billy Dunn, Lance Willix, Sean Shaw, the top 5. Chris Raby is 6th. J.F. Corriveau 7th. Cameron Black will be 8th. And if we can get Michael Mandigo restarted, he will roll off 9th on the grid. Coming up next, we will have the first heat of the night for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman. First of 3 heats will be coming up next for them. And then we'll go with the Panther Framework 602 crate sprint cars and the Sundance Leisure Thundercar division after that. Again, want to thank the good folks at Number 1 Speed Equipment and VP Racing Fuels for being on hand with us tonight and opening day here at the Can-Am Speedway. Glad you could join us. Those of you watching on Dirt Track Digest TV, welcoming you to the opening night here at Can-Am. Mike Mallett has brought some talented crew with him here tonight. Dirt Track, the Speedway. Taylor Caprera is here, and so is Jack Meeks, and they're looking to win this one. 4 down, 4 to go. Third and final heat in the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 Modifieds. Leclerc looks them over. We're back to green. Dunn down low, Caprera up high, and Taylor Caprera prevails down the back straightaway. It is Billy Dunn to 2nd, Lance Willix up to 3rd. Chris Raby has gone from 6th to 4th on that restart, getting around both Sean Shaw and Jack Meeks. Now he's looking at the back of the 31 of Lance Willix, down across the line this time by. 5 down, 3 more to go. Taylor Caprera has the field in control right now. Down the back straightaway, Dunn still there for 2nd. Willix about 3 car lengths back in 3rd. Then it's Raby and Shaw, the top 5. Oh, Raby clipped an infield tire. Goes around in front of Sean Shaw. Had to spin to avoid hitting Raby in turn number 4. It looks like Raby's going to be able to pull away, though. Yellow lights are back on with 2 laps left to go. 6 down, 2 more to go in this third and final heat for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358s. As Michael Mandigo is around, but he had to avoid hitting the back end of the 01 of Chris Raby, who clipped an infield tire over there. while running in position number 4. So Raby is going to have to come from the back of the field one more time. Taylor Caprera did a lot of racing last year, not only here at Can-Am on dirt, but also did a lot of racing just down the street at the Evans Mills Raceway Park on Saturday nights. In an asphalt modified, did very well, won some races over there 1 year ago. And Raby looks like he is going to head to pit road with the 01 possibly, but we will see. So Raby will join at the tail of the field as he was the cause for the yellow. So it'll be Taylor Caprera, Billy Dunn, Lance Willix in third, Jack Meeks fourth, Sean Shaw fifth. Set to go back under the green flag. 2 laps left to go. First heat on the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman lined up and ready to go. But Taylor Caprera and Billy Dunn looking to settle this one off of turn number 4. We're back to green. Caprera sticks with that high lane. Dunn did the quick move to the bottom into turn number 1. Tried to get, and Raby with a problem on the left front. It looks like that contact with the implement tire over there in turn number 4 may have broken the front end. White flag in the air, and Billy Dunn trying to run down Taylor Caprera for the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Caution lights back on one more time. Chris Raby in car number 01, problems with the front end on that ride. As we mentioned, that contact with the implement tire over there in turns 3 and 4 caused that front end to go away. So Taylor Caprera will lead him back to green. 1 lap to decide it.
Don't imagine those implement tires are quite conducive to good health for the steering system. No, I don't imagine. What do you want to do? Huh?
So Raby, as I mentioned last year, a great season for him. 15 wins in 2022. 3 track championships. And Mohawk, Brockville, and Cornwall. Going to be going back to Mohawk this year. 4th track championship over there this year. Also will test his talents over at the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh on Saturday nights, where he also won the track championship there in 2017. Tonight, obviously not his night. Not sure if they're going to try to repair that or just load it up and take it back to Alexandria, but we'll find out. Coming up next, first of 3 heats in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirtcar Sportsman. Taylor Caprera, Billy Dunn, 1 and 2 in this one so far. They'll try to settle it here. Lance Willix has been strong on these restarts. We'll see if he has anything for the top 2. Jack Meeks, he looked to be the dominant car early on, then kind of fell off the pace just a little bit. Sean Shaw was one of our 4 first-time winners last year's 5th in the 7. Then the 96 of Corriveau, 23 of Cameron Black, the 26 of Michael Mandigo will complete it. One more trip around as they gingerly get Chris Raby's car off the speedway over there. So the field just about set and ready to go. Hey, there's been a Becky Isley sighting here tonight. She's totally ignoring me. Set to go. Taylor Caprera, Billy Dunn on that front row. 1 lap to decide it. Mike Leclerc looks him over. O.J. White getting a look at the track from a different perspective. Off of turn number 4, we're back to green and white at the same time. Caprera to the lead. Dunn squeezes up to that outside lane, trying to find something out there. He may lose second to Willix as Lance Willix to the 2 spot down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be waving this time by, and Taylor Caprera trying to beat a couple of the best here. Can-Am off of turn number 4, checkered in the air, and Taylor Caprera will get the win. Second will go to Billy Dunn, Willix, and Shaw. Third and fourth at the line for 5th. It'll go to J.F. Corvo, Jack Meeks, along with the 26 of Mikey Mandigo and the 23